but a couple of sayings that I don't like. I want to discuss a couple of sayings that really wind me up.
Yeah, alright, we can discuss it. Sure, no problem. I mean, I'm not entirely certain I can completely enlighten you, but we'll give it a try. Just saying. Let's do this.
The first saying is one that Kate uses, and it rubs me up.
So, wait a minute. Are you saying you watch my videos? Thanks.
It rubs me up so badly.
No offense or nothing, but it rubs me up sounds like a masturbation term or some sort of kinky sex game. I'm just saying.
And she's not the only person that uses it. It shows it spans continents, this. She lives in the United States, and I work with a guy. A great bloke. Loved him. Absolutely loved him. Worked with him. Classed him as a mate. And he used a very similar phrase. The phrase he used to use is, I am only saying. I'm only saying, is what he'd say. And she says, just saying. She goes, just saying. After she's finished something. Just saying. What does it mean? What does that saying mean?
Well, you know, it's kind of funny, because I've been trying to think of how to articulate what just saying means. And unfortunately, it's kind of an intuitive thing. If you don't just get it, I'm not sure I can really explain it. I'm not sure I can really put it into words. It's difficult, but I'll try. Now, part of the problem is that there are, in fact, multiple meanings for just saying, multiple uses for just saying. And one of them is actually to express a certain kind of, I guess, irony or humor. I mean, let's take a very recent, very real-world example. I'm subscribed to your channel, so I watched your video. I saw it. And I saw that I was mentioned, and so I decided to make a response. I download it, and I'm in the middle of processing your video, so it'll work in my editor because my editing program is kind of snarky about what format things are in. And while I'm doing that processing and I'm about to record my footage, I get a PM from you telling me that you mentioned me in your video. And I'm sitting there going, just as I'm making the video response, I get this reply from you, or I get this message from you. Coincidence, you know? I'm amused by this. And so when I reply to you, I say, well, I'm just in the middle of making my response. Just saying, it's, you know, kind of funny, kind of amusing. It's a coincidence. I'm just saying. You know, it's like, in a weird way, it's saying, check that out, you know? It's like, what a coincidence. See, again, that doesn't really explain it, but it's intuitive. There's something to it, you know? It's just, I don't know. Well, okay, let's move on to the other use. One of the other uses, well, okay, a word that, or a phrase that also pisses you off, the one that you mentioned, is no offense. And I'm actually right there with you on that one, because no offense is usually used to say, actually, you can't hit me. I'm going to say something mean and rude to you, but you don't get to hit me because no offense. You know, it's like, no offense, but your mother's a whore. No offense. You know, it's like, bullshit, no offense. Just saying can be used in this same asshole way, but not necessarily. Normally, when I'm using just saying, a lot of the time, a very large amount of the time, it's because the topic being discussed is something sensitive, something about which people can get pretty cranky, something that they'll just naturally take offense to, regardless of what you mean, regardless of how you say it. It's just something where people are just really, really sensitive. So, if you want to be able to discuss this topic, and you need to be able to say something that people are going to take offense to, but you don't intend offense, you don't intend for there to be some sort of ulterior motive or some hidden subtext, that it's not I'm saying this sensitive thing to hurt you. I'm saying this sensitive thing in order to express an opinion without really expressing it. You're saying I'm just saying this. I'm just stating this fact. And a lot of people will like, if you stated the fact without saying the just saying part, a lot of people will listen to what you say and go, what do you mean by that? How do you mean that? Is that something, are you saying I do this, or are you saying because of this factoid about this demographic or whatever, that somehow that means blah? People will get like that sometimes, and just saying is meant to head that off. It's meant to say, well, no, I didn't mean this extra thing. I didn't mean to attach any baggage to what I'm saying. I'm just saying here is a fact, and that's something about which we may need to discuss, or that's a relevant part of this discussion that needed to be stated so that we could take it on board during the discussion. It's not meant to cast aspersions, it's not meant as a judgment, it's not meant as anything. I'm just saying it, and there isn't more. That's what just saying is supposed to be. But I can understand why there might be some confusion there. I mean, if you don't just understand that that's what just saying is supposed to mean, well, I can see how it might be. But that's the thing. To me, it's so intuitive. To me, just saying it is so, well, I hate to say it, automatic, that I would imagine that most people would just get it. It's weird to me that people don't. And maybe it's a cultural difference, or maybe I've just grown up with it, I don't know. But it seems to me that just saying is fairly obvious. I'm surprised that it's, well, not, honestly. But if it's not, I hope that this has explained it to some degree. Now, as I said, you can at times use just saying exactly the same way as no offense, you can't hit me. I try not to use it that way myself. I have on occasion used it not so much because I've offended somebody, but because I've made a wretched pun. And it's like, no, you don't get to hit me because I made a horrible pun. You don't get to hit me because it made you roll your eyes and groan. I'm sorry, you don't get to do that. I've often used it in my own defense that way. But I try not to use just saying the way that people would do the, no offense, but your mother's a whore, that kind of way. I try never to use it like that so much. It's usually, if I'm not using it in the this is a clinical discussion way, like I said before, I'll usually use it to say, well, bad joke, but you don't get to hit me for making a bad joke. It's a lot like no offense, but it's more, this is my sense of humor, you don't get to kill me for it. Just saying. Oop, there, I did it again. Well.
So there's a bit of drama at the moment, isn't there, with them, specifically with Billsy Bob and Kate, BionicDance.
Okay, you got to say something that pisses you off. These expressions. Now it's my turn to say something that pisses me off. Yeah, there's some drama going on. It's stupid, it's childish, it's lame, it's mob mentality, it's bullshit, okay? But, yeah, I don't know where this connection between me and Billsy Bob came from. There is none. I've never met the guy. I don't know who he is. As far as I know, I don't know if he's subscribed to my channel. It's hard to tell sometimes because there's a couple thousand of them. But as far as I know, I've never interacted with him. I don't think he's commented on any of my videos. I've never watched any of his videos. I'd never heard of him until people started bringing him up to me. And I'm like, how are we connected? We're not connected. I have no connection to Billsy Bob. I don't get it. And frankly, I don't even want to get it at this point, because it's bullshit. There is no connection. Stop trying to connect the two of us. We have no allegiance whatsoever. I am not Billsy Bob, he's not me. Knock it off. Okay? There's no drama with BionicDance and Billsy Bob. There is Billsy Bob drama, BionicDance drama, unconnected, separate things. Knock it the hell off. Seriously. That one's pissing me off. Please take the time to rate this video. And hey, if you dig what I do, subscribe. And please visit my Zazzle store, where you'll find all kinds of BionicDance merchandise. If you don't like what I'm saying, there's a good chance you're the reason I'm saying it.